Okay, boys and girls, sorry it's been so long, 3 or more years since I've let you know how's been going on here in my Scottish good life. So masses has happened. I'll show you around the garden in a minute, all the different things that have been going on. Bereavement in the family, obviously we had COVID, we had lockdown, B&B guests which just stayed here, really appreciated help from them. Yeah, hens have now arrived, construction's been happening and various things. So I will change the video around and show you. As you can see in the background there, I'm always doing some decorating. Yeah. It's a lovely wet summer morning. There you can see the old garage door has been changed. We've got some groundwork that's still got to happen here to make a slope so we can actually get something in it. Been doing the floor in that recently. And there's a new structure at the back there which has, as you can imagine, there was a lot of work involved in getting the planning for that and in the groundwork, which is still not finished obviously, but then the footprint prepared and things. Yeah, so it's got a little upstairs in it, and B&B guests have already used it, although it's not even finished. There's a veg patch here, which has been veg over the last 3 years, but recently, just because I've had all this building work going on, it's become a bit of a flower garden because I've got those Rudbeckia and Delphiniums in there because the hens like eating them. And this is a structure that Ross, one of my guests, and I put up during lockdown to prevent the hens going in there. So that's basically what that was. They used to be free roaming, but my goodness me, you couldn't put your feet anywhere without having hen muck under them. So it's good that I have them shut away. I'll show you them in a minute. There's a structure at the back here to put the trailer in, which I'm really glad about. And then I'll take you around here. So some new planters, I put them in, when did I do that? I don't know, December 21 or something I think I bought them, or was it 23? I don't know. Anyway, the time just goes so quickly. Yeah, so coming around here, I've got to, look, that needs a lick of paint, which that's low on my priority list, but definitely there. Some nice colourful begonias there from my neighbour, which was kind of her. Bird stickers on the windows because to prevent all the birds flying in there and killing themselves, which they don't tend to, but they knock themselves out anyway. Don't like that. Flowers are looking pretty good at this time of year. My son's been great and done loads of weeding. There's going to be either a seating area or well, if somebody wanted to put a hot tub there they could, but I'm not going to. But it's not quite finished yet. As you can see, there's going to be a pergola on the top. Put a water butt in here, which is quite good, from that runoff from the roof there. And I've now can collect my water there for the plants. This groundwork that was required there, so hopefully that's going to happen soon. I've got a self-seeded laburnum, no, not laburnum. Oh, yes, it is laburnum there, and I planted that ivy there, that Canadian, what's it called again? Forgotten again, sorry. These need to be trimmed, and here you can see here the hens behind here. Raspberries seem to be doing quite well around the back. Here they are, that's their hen run. Of course they look like they like feel sorry for themselves, but they do get out most days in the garden and kick about. There's Mandy, she's a Maran. There is Bella hopping herself around here, she's a bluebell. And there's Millie, who is white leghorn, and somebody inside the house, I think she is. Bernie is light Sussex. She was sitting for about a month and a half on no eggs. She seemed to think that was a good idea. This Millie here has been a character. We got Millie and Mandy in 2020, April 2020. They were point of lay pullets at that point. There was Molly as well, but unfortunately she died. She got egg peritonitis last year, so I had to get her put down actually. I couldn't do the deed. That was March last year. So then Bella and Bernie arrived in the summer last year, and there was a little bit of sort of rivalry, and Mandy and Millie were not keen on having new friends, but with a bit of coaxing from me and many late nights, and then stopping their patrolling, which they used to do to stop Bernie and Bella going to bed, I intervened, and eventually we got them sorted, and they're all friends now. So we get about, at the moment I'm getting an egg a day. Millie ended up having her first molt last year, and now she looks more glamorous than she ever did. She was a very scrawny looking, funny little thing. Yeah, so there's plenty of tales to tell about them, but I can't tell you all now. And then, what else is new here? Nothing really, apart from the greenhouse had to be more of a store for all the things from the old garage while the new barn was constructed, and now that's getting to the point where it's usable, so they haven't been able to do that. This is one of my favourite plants here. I call it the ice cream tree. It absolutely gets covered in these gorgeous, lovely smelling flowers, which are super. Just last week, over the last few weeks, I've been doing loads of hedge trimming, and my neighbour luckily did his side, so that's super. And my son's done loads of weeding. So it's all looking quite good and under control, but I can't say it feels like that sometimes with all the work that has to go on. But that's how it looks at the moment on a wet summer morning before I head off for a couple of weeks. So now you've seen around the garden how it is at the moment. There's bees humming in the background in this bush here, which needs trimming, but I'm quite happy that they're enjoying it still before I trim it. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of wildlife, and the birds are really enjoying the garden. And the big trees at the top there, because we had so many trees fell down recently, well, back 2 years ago now, in the local area we got masses of crows that seem to live there now, which is quite nice. So got them in addition, and yesterday I saw a whole family of wrens dotting about in one of the hedges around the back here, so I've got a lot of different birds, and they're starting to nick the hens' food as well, which perhaps isn't the best idea, but they're doing well out of it. Oh, and a family of hedgehogs that like walking about at night, so perhaps I could get a video of them at some point. Anyway, I'll update you again, hopefully not in 3 years' time.